Hi, this is Bill Stinnett with Sales Excellence, and welcome to the next episode in the Ask Bill Show. This week I received a question from a gentleman named Alex in Montreal who said, "Do you believe that cold calling by phone still works?" Well, Alex, at the risk here of sounding flippant, I actually want to turn the question around and ask you, do you believe that cold calling by phone still works? Because I don't know about you, I still try to heed that advice that Henry Ford gave us 100 years ago when he said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And so I remind people in my workshops all the time, if you don't believe in it, it's probably not going to work. And so there are a lot of folks that don't want to cold call people, and they're thinking up every reason possible to not call somebody on the phone. And in that kind of a situation, you're not psychologically ready to do it. Now I got to tell you something, guys. In the 1980s, when we didn't have the World Wide Web, we didn't even have email, cold calling was all we had. And so we picked up the phone book and we called people and booked appointments and went out and sold things. And we put up big numbers in those days. It was a very different world. Today our customers expect us to know some things before we call them. So I'm going to answer your question, Alex. What I think is, does cold calling still work? Yeah, it does, because there are a lot of situations that are fairly transactional in nature, or where what I sell is a little bit kind of commoditized in the customer's mind, and they can switch from this provider or this supplier fairly easily. In those situations, or where I have to reach out to a large volume of people in a short amount of time, I don't have time to do the research and preparation that I might like to do, and so cold calling might be the most effective thing. And let's just remember here, there are thousands of salespeople who right now are cold calling customers for a living, and they're putting up numbers. And so it absolutely works. The question is how well does it work, and how well suited is it for your specific sales environment? Now, for a long time, probably 20 years or more, I've been teaching this idea that I call a multi-pronged approach process, where a telephone call is just one of the things that we do. And I would like to, if possible, precede that phone call with some other type of correspondence, whether it was something in the mail or an email or a LinkedIn outreach or some other way, a handwritten note even, some other way to let them know I exist before we make the phone call. And so in essence, then the phone call isn't cold anymore, it's warm. We warmed it up with some previous correspondence. So I would think that what we can do to warm up that call, the more we can do a little research, preparation, learn about the company, learn about the individual, maybe weave in a comment or two about what we've learned about them, how we've helped somebody else like them, etc. To warm up those calls, they're going to be more effective, especially in that more consultative kind of environment. But I want to just repeat again, if you think this won't work for you, then it's not going to work. But I want to encourage you to give it a try. I want to encourage you to pick up the phone, learn to master the idea of calling people that you don't know for the first time. And then you can make the decision. Is that the most effective way? Or should I proceed it with some other correspondence? Or should I use some other type of outreach entirely? Or maybe let's just focus on marketing to try to get more people to call us. But don't just discount it because it's uncomfortable, or because we don't want to get outside of our comfort zone, or because we find a little rejection now and then. Calling people on the phone will work as long as we've still got telephones. That's just my opinion. So thanks for the question, Alex. Look forward to seeing you all again soon. Bye-bye.